Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party, whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else. Your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit shuttershenanigans.com to learn more today.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Back here at Eastridge High School in Woodbury, ahead of Park of Cottage Grove and Eastridge here on Fox9.com and the Fox 9 YouTube channel. And we'll give you starting lineups in a moment, right after the national anthem.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Nothing livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party, whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else. Your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit shuttershenanigans.com to learn more today.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Park High School, led by head coach Mr. Isaiah Wolford. For the Wolfpack, a senior guard, 6'2".
Back here in Woodbury, ahead of Park of Cottage Grove and Eastridge here on the Fox 9 Game of the Week. And here are the starting lineups for both teams. For Park of Cottage Grove, they'll start a senior 6'2" guard, Misker Isaias. At another guard, one of the captains, 6'1" senior Mac Mollusky.
Senior forward, 6'3", number 24 is
Leo Iden-Giel, a 6'3" senior forward. Aaron Sandin, a 6'2" junior forward. And a 6' senior guard, Anthony Gadayu. For Eastridge, meanwhile, they will start 5'11" senior guard James Martin. Cedric Tomes is back in the lineup, averaging 30 points a game. He's a 6'1" junior guard. There should be some colleges on hand tonight to watch him play. Meanwhile, they will start Kyle Frent, a 6'5" senior forward, wearing number 20. Graham Sine, a 6'8" junior forward. Talented junior class for this Raptors team. And finally, Elijah Omar, Twagasalo Wilkes, a 6'2 senior, will be the other starting guard. Eastridge doing what they traditionally do, which was introduce their youth program, much like the hockey.
Jersey 35 is William Moyler. And number 42
as we are going to take another quick timeout. When we come back, we will have the opening tip for you from Woodbury. This is the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Nothing livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Assisted by Justin Lorraine, Tarek Tomes, and Matt Nelson. Your officials for tonight's competition.
And the starting lineups have been introduced here at Eastridge High School. Raptors will be wearing the home black uniforms with the gold lettering, numerals, and trim. Park of Cottage Grove in the visiting whites with the dark green and silver trim, dark green letters and numerals. Should be a good matchup between these two teams. Eastridge coming off a fantastic road win without Cedric Tomes, coming back from 10 down in the second half to defeat Edina 68-66. They win the opening tap, heading left to right as we get things going here in Woodbury. Tomes up top to Kyle Frent. Hands up top to Martin. They'll swing it around near side. Dribble drive, Tagasulo Wilkes. He gets it blocked. And Park of Cottage Grove comes back the other way. A little dipsy-do layup off the mark as Isaias couldn't get it to go. Kicked in the corner. And this is Cedric Tomes. Quick crossover. Spins in the middle. As Park of Cottage Grove starts in a man-to-man. Tomes continues to dribble, 19 on the shot clock. Martin. Park switching defense up top. It hits a cutting Frent who lays it in. And Eastridge is up to a 2-0 lead. 6'5" forward is Frent. This is Mac Molesky across the timeline. Anthony Gadayu kicked in the corner for Isaias. He pump fakes. Floater is no good. Looking for a whistle. Offensive rebound for Park of Cottage Grove. Isaias holds against the man-to-man defense with a fresh shot clock. Time running out now, though. 7 seconds as Molesky heads back for Isaias. Straight away three is way off the mark. And the Raptors clear. Tomes, those pink and white shoes, using the front screen up top. Long three from the right wing is good. Cedric Tomes, a Tomes triple to start things for Eastridge, and they're off to a 5-0 lead. His dad is a manager, or excuse me, an assistant coach with the team here. As that three is off the mark. Park of Cottage Grove ice cold from the field to start, 0 for 3. Tomes step back three off the mark. Short off the front iron. And then a silly foul committed on the other end by James Martin as he tried to get in the way of Mr. Isaias.
Foul number 2, James Martin, his first team foul number 1.
So the first team foul, and Isaias will inbound. Aiden Giel, hands for Molesky. This is Gidayu from the baseline, and he hits. So Anthony Gidayu gets things going for the Wolfpack. It's 5-2. Frent swung to the near side. Back up top for Tomes. He gets a step on the man, and then Gidayu swipes it. Gidayu into the front court, lays it in. He's got the first 4 for Park of Cottage Grove. First turnover of the game here on the Fox 9 Game of the Week. Tomes thought about it, puts it on the deck. He'll switch, and he'll attack the switch. Hand from Martin at the top. 17 on the shot clock as Martin goes to work. Down the lane, loses the ball, but Frent is there to lay it in. Frent is a gritty player, and he lays it in. He's got 4. Gidayu trying to spread the floor and run something out of the horn set. Up top, Esias probing into the lane, tries to split defenders and can't. 7-4 our score early on. Eastridge and Park of Cottage Grove, 14-11 to go first half. Martin backs out the dribble. Swung up top from Frent. Tomes now gets the switch and backs out as they spread the floor. Tomes go to work. Crossover. Finger roll. Count it. And a foul. Cedric Tomes cleared out, went one-on-one against Leo Eidengiel, and converted for the old-fashioned three-point play.
14, Brandon Bibb has checked in for Park High School. Anthony Martin in the Raptor lineup, along with Andrew Erickson.
Anthony Martin checking in, twin brother of James. I beg your pardon. Got the wrong number on my sheet. Now they'll set up in a little three-quarter court after the three-point play was converted. So Frent has 4, 6 so far, and a turnover stolen away as Frent takes it. Frent down the lane, missed the layup. It's one of those guys that you can just tell is super athletic and big, but not necessarily as skilled as Cedric Tomes. But he certainly, with hustle and whatnot, and his athleticism alone, he'll be productive for you. Molesky picks up the dribble, hands it back here for Brandon Bim into the game off the bench. Gidayu backs it out. Now he attacks the big man. Floater in the lane, no good. Frent watched it hang tantalizingly. For Martin, back to the other Martin from the right wing, wide open. 3 is off the mark. Battle for the rebound, pick one by Andrew Thoraldson, 6'6" junior. Tomes with a little Euro step, and he draws the foul. And he'll go to the free throw line, looking to add to his total. That's a big call because that's Leo Eidengiel's second team foul. This is not a Park of Cottage Grove team that has much in the way of size. And so Tomes able to bury the three, or bury the free throw, I should say. Tomes, as we said, coming in averaging better than 30 points a game. As he goes 2 for 2. He's 3 for 3 now from the charity stripe. He's got 8. And it's 12-4. 7-0 run here for Eastridge as they try to trap Molesky up top, and Frent comes in and picks it off. And he has the athleticism to do just that. 3 from the right wing is no good. Rebound by Thalderson. Straightaway 3 for Tomes, and he got it. Tomes drilled it. He's got 11 of the first 15 for Eastridge. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Eastridge off to a hot start, 15-4. They lead it. Back in a moment here from Woodbury on the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
Livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
Bill Hupp back here in Woodbury at Eastridge High School on the Fox 9 Game of the Week. Thanks to producer, cameraman Curtis Gillen. I'm pretty sure I butchered that last name, but he'll correct me in the break. 8-0 run, or 10-0 run, I should say, as the Eastridge Raptors have been fueled by Cedric Tomes, their superstar. He scored the last 8. And now they'll set up again in that 1-2-2 press, picking up three-quarters court as Molesky inbounds and then gets it back. And they just need to settle down, Park does. A couple turnovers early on, and Cedric Tomes has 11 of the first 15. Backdoor for Gadayu. Might have traveled, no call. 3 instead from the near side is good for Aaron Sandin. So that is much needed there. First 3 of the game for Park. As Martin
needing full hat and jacket and gloves.
Dribbles up top. This is Anthony Martin. James Martin now with the ball to Anthony. He goes baseline, bounces inside, and Frent. And Molesky draws the charge on Frent. Second team foul as Frent picks up his first. And Molesky goes to the bench. He's kind of that hard-nosed senior leader, point guard type. And he stuck his nose in there, and Frent was a little out of control. 2 turnovers apiece now in the first half. Gadayu probes into the lane, drops it off, and a little push shot. And Sandin has a couple quick ones. Little 5-0 burst out of the timeout for Park, and it's 15-9. Martin across the timeline. Hands for the other Martin. That's going to get confusing real quick. Back to Martin on the right wing for 3. No good.
There we are.
Gadayu skies for the rebound. Pushes ahead. Sandin kicks it in the corner. And the 3 from Isaias is good. 8-0 run now out of the timeout. And just like that, Park has cut the deficit to 3. They'll double Tomes to try to get the ball out of his hand. He makes the right pass to Frent, who lays it up and in. Bim tried to take the charge on Frent, but nothing doing. 10:20 to go first half, 17-12. First matchup of the year between these Suburban East Conference rivals. Tried to thread the needle there, nothing doing. Not the wisest pass. Tomes, a long 3 from the right wing is good. Cedric Tomes already with 3 triples. He's got 14 of Eastridge's 20 points. It's been him and Frent. Frent has 6. Tomes has 14. We're midway through the first half. Gadayu's 3 is no good, and Frent clears. Tomes again doubled up top. Crossover, step back, no good. That would have been sweet as he managed to slip his defender out. And that one goes off of Adrian Davis as Aiden Galvin and Graham Sané And meanwhile, Keon Moody will come into play. They've reversed. No, they didn't. I was just about to say they reversed the call because everyone started to walk the other direction. But no, it stays here with Eastridge. 20 on the shot clock, 9:30 to go first half. And now Elijah Tagasulo-Wilkes returns as well. He has it out top. Tomes getting a little bit of a rest here with 14 in the early going. Frent. Tagasulo-Wilkes makes a move. Kicks to the corner. Good extra pass. That three off the mark. No charge call or block called. Nearly stolen. Instead, it's in the corner. And Frent trying to track down the rebound. And then we've got a whistle and an Eastridge timeout by Josh Peltier. He's going to take a 30-second timeout, so we'll take a quick timeout as well. 20-12, early lead for Eastridge here on the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
Bill Hupp back here in Woodbury. 9:04 to go first half. Eastridge with a 20-12 lead at home. They just took a 20-second timeout to retain possession as James Martin back in at point guard. He'll jog it across the timeline. Raptors against the Wolfpack. And the Wolfpack come out in a matchup zone out of the timeout. In the corner, they thought about a three. Kicked back for James Martin. Back in the corner, and the three is good for Aiden Galvin. Three-point specialist drains it out of the timeout. Good patience as he passed it back and forth to Martin. Man-to-man defense as the Wolfpack try to run a set. Isaiah Walfred in his first season in charge of Park of Cottage Grove. Little dribble drive, and a good job putting his head down by Anthony Gadayu. And Gadayu will go to the free throw line for the first free throws of the evening for Park.
Anthony Gadayu with the free throw line.
Foul called there on Graham Sine. So he's got one. Frent has one. Third team foul. And Gadayu.
Returning for the Raptors, number 3, Cedric Tomes, 32.
Gadayu says G'day to the bottom of the net.
One free throw remaining.
That one was for Curtis. Gadayu with 5 to tie with Sandine as he goes 2 for 2. And it's 23-14, a 9-point lead. Largest of the game has been 11. Active hands in the passing lane, and actually that one just slipped off there. I thought that Isaias had maybe caused the turnover, but or deflected it, I should say. But ultimately, they'll say that Galvin just threw it away. So Gadayu walks it across the timeline in those snazzy green shoes. Raptors had gone to a 1-2-2. Now they're back in the man-to-man. Nifty passing there. Long three from the right wing is nothing but net for Brandon Bim. The three-pointer is what is keeping Park in this game. As a 6-point lead now for the Raptors. They had led by as many as 11 twice, but Park has always trimmed it down. There's a spot-up three for Galvin, who's already had one. Ball pinballs around, finally Eastridge collects. 7:20 to go first half. Near side three is nothing but net. Nice shot by Graham Sine. The big 6'8 junior buries it from deep, and now it's 26-17, back to a 9-point lead. Gaudet into the lane, and his drop-off pass, errant. He's trying to slip it to Adrian Davis. Cedric Tomes back in, and he handles up top. Watched by Gaudet. Off the screen, pops from the left wing, no good. Battle for the rebound falls to Sané. He gets to the cup, and the blocking foul's called, so Graham Sané will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Park High School foul 0.
Sané's first trip to the free throw line today.
Graham Sané at the free throw line for Eastridge, shooting 2.
Flat free throw rolls off the front iron.
Aaron Sandee entering the lineup. Returning for the Raptors, number 2, James Martin.
James Martin with a quick rest. He's back for Eastridge now. Sané goes 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. And it's a 10-point lead, back to double digits. Again, the largest Raptor lead of the first half has been 11. And they drop back into that matchup zone now. Third defensive look they've given Park here in the first half. Bim drops it in the middle for Godot. From the baseline, soft jumper there for Keon Moody. First points for him. 5th Raptor to score already. So they're spreading the wealth, unlike Eastridge, who has had 3 players score. Led by this guy, Cedric Tomes. Sané hands up top for Martin. 6:07 to go. Tugasalu. Gaudet forces the turnover as he reached in and knocked over Tagasalo Wilkes. Each team now with 4 turnovers in this first half, as the Raptors will again show that 1-2-2 look. Got to get it across, and they just do as Godot spins away from pressure, attacks the left cup, and can't get it to go. Tomes behind the back down the left wing. Into the front court. Kicks it cross court for Martin for 3. Good. Great find for Cedric Tomes as Martin cans it from 3. 30-19 now. First points for James Martin. Another turnover forced. On the other end, the lay-in good for Brandon Bim. Ooh, nearly a steal as Tagasalo splits the defense and then leaves it short. Isaias, cross court for Coleman. Gudayu pointing out where he wants his teammates to go. Directing traffic, asks for the screen, splits the defense, and a foul on the floor. And this is a big call. It's either going to be on Frent or Sané. It's going to be on Sané, and he picks up his second, kind of a cheapie, too. Team foul number 4. Foul trouble not a problem for either team. 4 for Eastridge, 3 for Park of Cottage Grove.
Number 4, Anthony Martin, back in the Raptor lineup.
And that is stolen. Picked off by Tomes. Acrobatic as Gadeo tries to get back, and hopefully he's okay. He just didn't even see him as he tried to swing it. Excellent read by Tomes, who intercepted it like he was a cornerback, flashing in front of an out route or something. So Cedric Tomes showing the IQ, the quickness, everything, and he goes back to the line for the 3rd time tonight. He's got 14 of the Raptors' 30 points, and he's an impressive 4 of 4 from the line, and everything's been a swish. There's a reason St. Thomas And the Gophers and the like are all looking at him. Not the biggest guy, but certainly prolific in putting up the points. He's got half of the Raptors' 32. Nearly gets a steal there. Molesky's back in to handle this pressure. Probably a good idea. Moody steps into a three. No good. And who's there but the muscular Kyle Frent. Muscular and mulleted, might I add. And mustachioed. Drop pass for Frent, who lays it in. I hate to be pedantic, but the PA announcer keeps calling it a bank shot. That's not a bank shot, that's a layup. We'll have to talk to him at halftime. 10-second call. Park a little bit ponderous with the basketball as they were trying to get it across the timeline. A little too casual. 6th turnover of the half. Unofficially. Adrian Davis returns as their starters are back in. So Tomes will start off ball. Set a screen for Frent and then get it at the top of the key. Just outside the Eastridge logo here at midcourt. Right-hand dribble. Crosses over Godot. Gets into the lane and Godot reaches up and blocks it. Right back to Tomes. His fadeaway is no good. Nearly gets a steal. Godot clearly views it as a challenge to be guarding Cedric Tomes. Now he wants a three. That's short. Martin pushes the pace. Now decides to back it out. 26 seconds left on the shot clock. Frent fakes the handoff, drives himself, and he dribbles it off himself and turns it over. Godot for Molesky. 3 minutes to go, first half. Molesky. Big matchup against the much bigger center, and a drop pass. Aaron Sandine with 8 now off the bench. 34-23. Largest lead of the first half has been 13. Tomes, hesitation dribble, crabs through the lane. No good. Frent with the rebound. Can't get it to go. Adrian Davis challenging at the rim. Whipped near side. 3 on the way for Esias. No good. Molesky battling with Frent. And Frent tears it away from him. Timeout for Josh Peltier as he was worried about them not getting it across the timeline. We'll take a quick break with them. 2:17 to go first half. 34-23 Eastridge leads on the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone. A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
I feel like I'm at a wedding here in Woodbury because the cha-cha slide is on. Bill Hupp back here at Eastridge High School. Raptors ball out of bounds. They have an 11-point lead. They've led by as many as 13. Cedric Tomes, 16 first half points. Dribbles with the left hand. Uses a screen out top, then tosses it down low. Fired back to Tomes up top. Good hesitation dribble, gives it to Martin, who jacks a three. That's no good. And ripped down by Adrian Davis. Bounced for Molesky, right wing. Gudayo swings it for Isaias. His three is good. Isaias had been cold from the field, but he makes his second three of the game, and it's back to single digits. Anthony Martin dropped down low for Frent. Second offensive foul called. Davis took this one for Frent. That's his second foul. Both of them have been of the offensive variety. Team foul number 5. I don't think either team is likely to reach the bonus here before we reach halftime. Just over a minute to go, first half. Molesky watched by Tomes. Bounces for Godot. Isaias probing. Misses the shot. Pulled down by Anthony Martin. Ahead for James. Drop pass for Tomes, who attacks. Gets his own rebound, or tries to. It'll stay here. They say it's off of Davis. 50.5 seconds to go, first half. 26 on the shot clock. An 8-point Eastridge lead. The way Park can hit threes, this is very much still in the balance. Straightaway three for Martin is good. Top of the key three for James Martin. 37-26. Good little two-man game there as Adrian Davis gets his first points. 6th Park player to score here in the first half. Shot clock off, 24. Have to figure Cedric Tomes will get it at some point. Instead, Martin takes it to the rack, and a blocking foul is called. Misker Isaiah stepped in to try to take that charge, but ultimately it was called the block. And so James Martin will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Try to give Eastridge a double-digit lead going into halftime.
Free throws.
Leaves the first one short. Tomes did not play against Edina, so it was a particularly impressive road win for the Raptors as a result. 38-28, 17 seconds to go. They'll double the ball out high. Now Tomes is out there, and he commits a reach-in foul.
Raptors foul number 3, Cedric Tomes, his first.
Tomes first. 6 team fouls, so the next one I believe is going to put them in the bonus. But they did have a foul to give. Gudayo. Swung for Sandin. Drop pass underneath. Great find from Gudayo, and Adrian Davis fouled with 2 seconds left.
Davis at the free throw line for the Wolfpack. Cedric Tomes, personal foul number 2.
And Tomes, just like that, has picked up 2 fouls in the last minute and a half. 7th team foul, but it was a shooting foul anyway, so Davis to the foul line, long on the first. Kyle Frent returns with 2 fouls. Graham Sané with 2 and Tomes with 2. So 3 Raptors starters with 2 fouls apiece. Something to keep an eye on. Second free throw for Davis is off the mark as well. Frent rebounds. Tomes will get a shot off at the buzzer. looking for a foul, but none called. We have reached the halftime break here at Eastridge High School, and our score, Eastridge leads Park of Cottage Grove in a Suburban East Conference matchup, 38-28. Be back with second half action shortly. 38-28 our score at halftime on the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Nothing livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone. There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Nothing livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Bill Hupp back here at Eastridge High School in Woodbury. The Fox 9 game of the week. Second half about to tip off between Eastridge and Park of Cottage Grove, with the Raptors leading the Wolfpack 38-28. It'll be Park basketball moving left to right. Very balanced scoring in the first half for Park. Only starter not score for them was Mac Maluski. They had two players with 6, one with 5, and one with 7. So 4 players basically averaged 6 points each in that first half. 3-point popped and good for Leo Eiden-Giel. He was actually another starter that did not score in that first half. But a 3-pointer makes it a 7-point game. Kyle Frent hands for Cedric Tomes, who loses his footing and throws it out of bounds. Tomes turns it over to start things here. 30 seconds into the second half. Park trying to even its record in conference play at 2-2. Eastridge trying to move to 3-1. Runner in the lane, no good. Tomes hit ahead for Martin. Martin with the left-hand dribble, backs it out against Molesky. Man-to-man defense being employed by the Wolfpack. Frent turns and faces. Martin probes into the lane, a little float pass. Now gets it back. Rejects the screen. Into the lane, floater off the back iron and good. James Martin, 9. Nearing the just one player in double figures so far, and that's Cedric Tomes, who had 16 first half points. 40-31 our score. Into the lane, good hop, step, and finish by Anthony Gadayu. Leads all scorers now for the Wolfpack with 8. Frent wants a 3. Off the mark, tries to track his own rebound. Loose ball in the middle. Fired near side from Martin, who drills it from distance. James Martin, five of the first points of the second half for Eastridge, and it's back to a double-digit lead. But what a play there by Graham Sine to track it down at midcourt and then have the vision to fire it to James Martin. Gudayu probing into the lane, fadeaway jumper, soft. Anthony Gudayu. Two teams trading punches now. It's 43-35. Horns look here for the Raptors as Sine turns and faces, tries to feed a cutting Frent. Back out to James Martin. Park passes him along as Martin, hesitation dribble, gets by his defender, can't make the pass, and Sine was there to clean up the rebound, but there's a foul as Frent was foul blocking off. Cedric Tomes will inbound it. 3 fouls now on Leo Eiden-Giel. Martin backs out the dribble against Molesky. Martin backs out the dribble against Molesky. Into the lane, spin, fade, no good. Frent with the rebound. Drops it off for Sine, who will go to the free throw line. Gudayu will be whistled for the personal. His second. Second team foul. 2 free throws for Sane. In and out. Eastridge has shot free throws pretty well today. $15-10 left in the second half. A Sine second half. First player in double figures for Park of Cottage Grove. 44-37. Frent driving to the lane, lays it up and in. Strong for Frent. He's into double figures. So Eastridge now has 3 in double figures. Molesky loses it out of bounds. Frent can't believe it, but it'll remain down on this end with the green and white. Back to an 11-point lead. The thing for Park is in the first half they were able to trim the lead down to 3 a couple times. This time, though, they're kind of trading punches with Eastridge. So the lead is remaining at around 10. Just as I say that, they cut into it with Aaron Sandine. He's got 10 now. And he makes it a 6-point game. Underneath, beautiful job, and he can't hit the layup. Oh, Tagasolo Wilkes, and then he commits the frustration foul. And that is just a young player, even though he's a senior. Tagasolo Wilkes, scoreless in the first half, missed the bunny and then commits the foul out of frustration. 14 minutes to go in the game. Gudayu, 6 in the second half. Back to the matchup zone for Eastridge. Spinning away Davis. Molesky thought about it. Doesn't really look to shoot very often. Tried to feed Gudayu, bounce pass underneath Davis. Somehow they keep the ball as Molesky picks up his dribble. Good hit on the cutter. Beautiful find from Bim to Molesky. Great backdoor cut, and now it's down to a 4-point lead. Just as I talked about how they hadn't been able to kind of trim the deficit, they've been trading punches. Well, they've gotten a few in recently, and what was 10 is now 4. Oh, ill-advised from Cedric Tomes, and it's intercepted by Bim. In the corner, Sandine, and it's swatted out of there. Great close by Andrew Thoraldson. to knock it out of play. And Tomes has been held scoreless here in the second half. Into the lane. Gudayu can't believe it, and I think they're going to overturn this. One ref down to the baseline said that it was off his thigh, and they are going to reverse the call. Peltier is displeased with that reversal, but still just a 4-point lead for Eastridge here at home. I have to imagine Cedric Tomes will start to try to take over at some point. But he's getting his teammates involved for now. 8 turnovers for Eastridge. Straight away 3, Anthony Gudayu. 9 in the second half, and it's a 1-point lead. And a timeout for Eastridge. Park of Cottage Grove explodes off their bench as the Raptors take a full timeout. We've got a good one here in Woodbury. 46-45 Eastridge. Back in a moment on the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Nothing livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Back here at Eastridge High School, the Raptors nest in Woodbury is out of the timeout. Eastridge walks it across. Friend for Anthony Martin. Probing into the lane, kicks it out for James Martin. Martin, left alone, will pop, no good. Thoraldson with the rebound, lays it up, and count it. An opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play as Andrew Thoraldson, all 6'8" of him, rebounded the ball and stuck it back. Give his team a little bit of breathing room as Brandon Bim commits the personal. 48-45 as Thoraldson. Not the most conventional free throw you'll ever see, but it goes in. And it's back to a 4-point lead. Gudayu up to 15 points. Davis missed the runner. This is Martin into the lane. Thoraldson back out for Tomes. No points in the second half. Tomes misses the bunny there. Frent brings it down, and Gudayu rips it away. Gudayu into the front court, and he's grabbed. Can't get the free throw to go. It's a foul on the floor. And actually, it was Adrian Davis who yanked it away from Frent, who made the mistake of bringing the ball down after that rebound. So second team foul now on James Martin. He's got 2. Tomes has 2. Frent with 2 and Sine with 2. As it's batted out of bounds, but you can sense the momentum's with the green and white right now. Trailing by 4 with 11:43 to go. A Suburban East Conference battle here on the Fox 9 Game of the Week. Gudayu goes to work. Tough shot on the turnaround. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here. And it'll be 20 on the shot clock. Good hustle there by Brandon Bim, who's contributed some nice minutes off the bench.
Substitution returning for the Raptors, 15,
Elijah Tagasolo Wilkes comes back in the game for a little more size. Gadayu. They're switching everything. Molesky wants a right wing three. Thought he should have been fouled. Should have gotten a foul call. He's got 5, all 5 of his points in the second half. And again, it's back to a 1-point game. Long three for Cedric Tomes. No good. Frent skies for the rebound. Oh, they thought he'd blocked it. Sandin had blocked it from behind, but Kyle Frent, unofficially now 9 rebounds for the senior. You know, go to the free throw line as Sandin whistled for the personal. Team foul number 4. Frent in and out with that one. He's got 10, so he's nearing a double-double. 6'5". Bends the knees and hits. Two-point lead. 1-2-2 pressure. Ooh, could have been a travel. Step back instead. A 3 is good. Sandin eyes it up and buries it. He's up to 13, and again, it's the first lead of the game for the Park of Cottage Grove. And that lack of travel call could turn out to be big. Tomes kicks to the corner for James Martin, who backs it out. Park with all the momentum right now, having erased a 10-point halftime lead. Frent backing down Davis. Left wing 3 off the mark. Davis snags it. Gadayu with the left hand all the way to the rack. Scores! 3-point lead for the Wolfpack. Gadayu hustles back to guard Tomes. Martin with another long 3 off the front iron. Whipped ahead by Gadayu looking for Molesky, and they got a little greedy. Not a bad idea, and he just taps his chest and says, my bad. How about Gadayu in the second half here? 11 second half points, 17 for the game. Sandin with 3 triples himself. And it's a 3-point Park of Cottage Grove lead. Tomes goes to work, pulls up in the lane, and hits. First bucket of the second half for Cedric Tomes. And he cuts it to 1. You just know he's going to try to take over at some point. He leads all scorers with 18. Davis, backdoor for Gadayu, lays it in. Frent didn't want to foul. Gudayu's such a smart player. He's got 19. 13 of those in the second half. You have a feeling it's going to be Martin and Tomes who are going to be doing the shooting most of the way for Eastridge. Tomes wants to clear out. Now he'll use a screen from Frent. He'll split the defenders, and there's a foul called on the floor. I think Tomes would have liked if they had just let it go, but instead they'll get Gadayu for the personal foul for the reach-in, his 3rd. So it's not insignificant. Team foul number 5, just 2 on the Raptors. So starting to get into the you have a feeling the Raptors will be in the bonus, unlike the first half. Martin, near side for Tomes. Tomes steps back, now steps through, misses the shot. Tapped out. Gadayu ahead. Underhand shovel. Lay-in is good. Brandon Bim ahead. Gadayu with the vision. It's a 5-point Park of Cottage Grove lead and a timeout for Eastridge. Back in a moment from the Raptors Nest on the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
Livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, Your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit shuttershenanigans.com to learn more today.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
Out of the timeout, Eastridge jogs it up the court. Largest deficit of the game for the Raptors at 5. Inside of 8.5 minutes to go. Frant turns. Kicks it out looking for Tagasulo. A little too hot to handle. 9th turnover of the game on Eastridge. Bim. As the Raptors go back to the matchup zone. Udaya, they've been so unselfish tonight. Bim wants a 3. Long rebound gets to Toombs. Off the screen from Frent, they'll double the ball. Toombs just circling the perimeter, kicks it out for James Martin. Long 3 off the mark. You know, he's been shooting that long 3 all game, and for the most part hitting front iron. You'd love to see him take a step or two in. Godiah, or Davis rather, misses that layup. Play getting a little ragged here as we near the 7.5 minute mark. Toombs comes and gets it, watched by Godiah, who's not only led them in scoring but also had the assignment of guarding Cedric Toombs. On the floor, Davis commits the foul, and so that's going to be number 6. One more, and the Raptors will be shooting the rest of the way. Davis is second. He'll get subbed by Leo Eidengiel. Three in double figures for the Raptors. 3 in double figures for Eastridge, or for, beg your pardon, for Park. I was unnerved by how quiet it got in here. Martin lays it in. Great find from Toombs. Martin's got 8 in the second half, 15 for the game. Back to a 3-point deficit. Godiah near side, Beam rather. Molesky. Again, such unselfish play from this Wolfpack team. Godiah a little bit caught. They look uncertain. 5 on the shot clock. They got to go. Godiah comes out to get it. Fadeaway 3. Tough challenge from Tagasolo, but they get the offensive rebound. Molesky wants a 3. That one's long too. Back tapped beautifully. Godiah underneath for Beam. That's a huge possession right there. Brandon Bim, 6 in the second half. 2 offensive rebounds. And it's back to a 5-point lead with about 6 minutes to go. Toombs races away into the lane. Soft is good. He's the first to 20. 16 in the first half, just 4 here in the second half. Molesky deep 3 is good. Mac Molesky all 8 in the second half. Largest lead of the game, 6 for Park. Toombs driving, lays it up, scoops it in, draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. It is Tomes' time. Sandine commits his second personal foul, so Tomes goes to the line for the 5th time tonight with a game-high 22 points, keeping his team in this one. They trail by 4 as he's just dribbling away from the double teams. Three-point lead for Park of Cottage Grove as we near the 5-minute mark. Gadayo. Eastridge back in a man-to-man. It's watched by Martin. Gadayo underhands it to Molesky. Molesky, again, just sometimes doesn't even look at the basket. Gadayo with a tough fadeaway shot. That's good. It's been the Anthony Gadayo show in the second half as he's up to 21. He's got 15 here in the second half. 5-point lead with 5 minutes to go. Fox 9 game of the week here from the Raptors Nest. Deep three from Martin, and that time it's good. He knows he can hit it, and he just keeps shooting it. He's up to 17 for the game. He's probably missed his last 4, but that time it was good. Timeout taken by Park of Cottage Grove. They've got a 2-point lead, 4:39 to go. Back in a moment from Woodbury on the Fox 9 game of the week.
Livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit shuttershenanigans.com to learn more today.
Bill Hupp back here in Woodbury at the Raptors Nest, the Fox 9 game of the week, and it's living up to its billing. Cedric Tomes with 23 for the Raptors, 20 points for Anthony Gadayo, 21 I should say, as he actually has to switch jerseys because because he had blood on his other jersey, so it'll be Park ball out of the timeout. They have a 2-point lead with 4:39 to go. Tomes nearly steals it. Molesky down on his knees and goes behind the back calmly. Great defense there by Martin. 3 from the top of the key for Sandine. Tracked down by the Raptors. Martin will bring it across the timeline with his team trailing by 2. Frent, near side for Martin. 3 is no good. Molesky snags it. Tomes reaches in. 3rd personal on him. Big thanks to our sponsors tonight, Shutter Shenanigans, Summit Orthopedics, and Truestone Financial. So Tomes commits his 3rd personal. 3rd on the team, though, so Eastridge, meanwhile, in the bonus the rest of the way. Gadayo loses control and throws it out of bounds. Kind of lost his bearings and tried to bounce it out to the 3-point line, but no one was home. So both teams have kind of gone into a mini drought. but Cedric Tomes and company will try to break that, trailing by a deuce. Tomes kicks it to the corner for Martin. Martin has his shot blocked. Frent's there for the rebound. Can't get it to go, but he will go to the free throw line to try to tie this game up. Frent just leaped higher for his 10th rebound. He's got 10. He's got 11 points and 10 rebounds. 8th team foul on the Wolfpack, just 3 on Eastridge as Frent leaves it short. Shot it off the front iron of the front rim. 64-62 as Frent's second rolls in. 64-63, 3:35 left. Gudayu kicks it for Bim. Gets into the lane, and he traveled. He did that earlier. They didn't call it, and it led to a go-ahead 3 for Park of Cottage Grove. He's got the right idea, getting into the lane and then driving and kicking. Unofficially, the 9th team turnover, each team with 9 turnovers here in this game. Tomes. Hesitation dribble. Watched by Gudayu. Martin probes, wants to shoot that 3. Instead, he gets it to Anthony Martin. Now back up top for Tomes. Off the front screen. Probing into the lane. Pulls up. Soft runner, good. Cedric Tomes starting to take over again. 7 in the second half, 25 for the game, and a first Raptor lead in about 7 minutes. Gudayu fouled on the other end meanwhile. Martin coming up a little shaky. He's called for the foul. That's his 3rd. So Anthony Gudayu comes to the free throw line, trying to add to his 15 points in the second half. And more importantly, give his team the lead. 65-64 Eastridge. 2:49 to go. Gudayu long on that free throw. And the best he can do on this trip is tie it. Misker Isaias, 6'2 senior guard, returns. Brandon Bim, excellent effort off the bench. Gudayu bends and smooth on that one. 16 second half points. We're tied at 65. 2:44 to go. Cedric Tomes backs it out against Gudayu. Asks for a front screen. Tomes, long three-pointer from the volleyball line. Frent battles for the rebound, but Park comes away with it. 2:25 and counting left. Gudayu backs it out across the timeline. Gudayu watched closely there by Tagasulo Wilkes. Got a little size on him now. Gudayu spins away. Tough shot in the lane, and he hits. He thought he was fouled. It doesn't matter. Anthony Gudayu continues to own this second half. He gives his team a 2-point lead. Inside of 2 minutes to go here from the Raptors' nest. Tomes drives left wing, leaves it short. Frent's there for the rebound, and he's fouled. Isaias can't believe it, but Kyle Frent will go back to the free throw line.
Mr. Isaias, personal foul number 2, team foul number 9.
9th team foul, second on Isaias. And Frent will go back to the free throw line for the 3rd time here in this second half. He's 2 for 4. He rolls that first one in. 1:44 to go. Leaves that short. 50%. 67-66 Park. Gudayu walks it across the timeline. Got a team high 24. Little give and go for Gudayu, lays it in. He's fouled hard from behind by Tagasulo. Couldn't finish, but a great little design play. A give and go as he slips to the 10. And Tagasulo Wilkes commits his second and sends Gudayu to the free throw line. Looking to add to his team's lead. 1:29 remaining. He had 6 in the first half. He's got 19 in the second half. 25 for the game, equaling Cedric Tome's mark. Gudayu bends and hits. Timeout, Eastridge. We'll take a quick timeout with him. When we come back, the exciting conclusion to this Fox 9 Game of the Week. 69-66, Park of Cottage Grove leads it. This is the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
Livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
Back here at the Raptors Nest in Woodbury, Eastridge High School. 69-66, Park of Cottage Grove leads with 1:29 to go. Cedric Tomes, you know he'll be decisive in this end-of-game situation. He'll be the deciding factor one way or another. Probes into the lane, loses a man, kicks it out for Martin. Pump fake, 3, no good. Martin tracks down his rebound, wants another one from distance, off the mark. Mac Molesky clears. 1 minute remaining, 69-66, Park trailed by 10 at half, trying to pull the road upset here in the Suburban East. Anthony Gudayu, the star of the show, with 20 second-half points. Tries to hit a backdoor cutter, and Martin steals it away. 39 seconds left. Martin pushes into the front court. Martin, dribble drive. Hand for Tomes. 3 on the way is no good. Great rebound back for Tomes. Great pump fake, and he wants another one, and he hits! Cedric Tomes let his defender fly by, and then he buries a 3 to tie us at 69. 14 seconds left. Park of Cottage Grove will hold for a one shot. And they'll foul. They've got fouls to give.
Raptor foul 15, Elijah Tagasolo Wilkes, his third.
Tagasolo Wilkes with his third. Tied at 69 with 8.3 to go. Park of Cottage Grove will take a timeout. We'll keep it here. You figure Gudayu will somehow be involved. He's got 26 for the game, 20 in the second half. Again, big thanks to the following sponsors of the Fox 9 Game of the Week: Shutter Shenanigans, Summit Orthopedics, and True Stone Financial. Big thanks to my cameraman and producer, Curtis Gillen, for the huge help. And Logan Anderson, the owner of Game Time Media as well. Tomes with that three has a game-high 28, 16 in the first half, but he's come alive late. As Park comes back on the court, they'll either win it or it'll go to overtime is the idea. That's what they want. They'll hold for one shot. Isaias to inbound. Gudayu. Matchup zone for the Raptors. Gudayu takes a tough shot for three. Frent tracks it down, and now Eastridge takes a timeout with .7 left. Gudayu forced up a very tough contested three-pointer by Tagasolo Wilkes. Eastridge is asking if they're going to get the ball at midcourt. The refs are talking about it in the middle of the floor. Both coaches have questions. We'll see if they end up adding any time onto the clock. Feels like maybe it should be, 1.7 is what it's going to be. Early 2025 excitement here in the Suburban East Conference on the Fox 9 Game of the Week. Figure in the huddle, they're drawing something up for Cedric Tomes to get a last look. .7 to go. Cedric Tomes with 28 on the night, including the game-tying three-pointer with 25 seconds left. Tagasolo Wilkes will inbound the basketball from in front of the Park bench. Tomes gets it, heaves a desperation three off the backboard, and we are headed to overtime here in Woodbury. 69 apiece. We'll have the extra session for you from Woodbury on the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Nothing livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch.
Bill Hupp back here from the Raptors' nest in Woodbury, East Ridge High School. 69-69, 4 minutes up on the clock for the overtime period between East Ridge and Park of Cottage Grove. Frent and Eidengiel to tip. Frent tips it right to Misker Isaias. He'll give it to Anthony Godot. And that's how overtime will start. Matchup zone employed here by Eastridge. Isaias patient with the basketball, 20 on the shot clock. Fed in the middle, kicked out. Isaias long three is short. Great battle underneath for the rebound as Anthony Martin, not a starter, is out there. Cedric Tomes gets his turn. Frent off the double screen. Tomes gets a step, blocked from behind by Godot, and he is fired up, clearly viewing this matchup against Cedric Tomes as a personal challenge. Tomes calmly gets the basketball. Godot 20 in the second half. As James Martin will inbound. 20 on the shot clock. Tomes. Step back, tough challenge shot, and he hits. Cedric Tomes loves it, and why not? 30-14 in the second half now for Tomes. One of the best players in the state. First Raptors lead in a minute. 71-69. Kicked in the middle. Great backdoor cut by Isaias, who lays it in. What a find there by Sandine as well. Isaias' first bucket of the second half. 71 apiece, 2:30 to go. Tomes into the lane. It's stripped. And he draws the foul. I wasn't sure if it was going to be off his thigh, but Aiden Giel is called for the personal. So that means, no, they're calling it on Gudayu. His fourth for number 4. So Cedric Tomes steps to the free throw line. 11th team foul of the game, or the second half, I should say, on Park of Cottage Grove. Tomes rolls it in. Game high 31 for the Division I prospect. We know he can score. He's taken some tough shots in the second half. And you knew it was a matter of time before he took over. And he's, other than Martin threes, he's had probably the last 10 points. 32 for the game, 16 in each half. Well, obviously 16 in the second half and overtime. 73-71. It's a 2-point lead for Eastridge. Gudayu, watched by Anthony Martin. Pressuring Gudayu up top. Tough shot, fade away, no good. Not a bad look, under control, but a tough one to get to drop. 1:50 to go. Tomes, hesitation dribble, blows by, crashes into Molesky, and a late whistle has the Park fans in stitches. And not the good kind, like they're laughing. They are apoplectic at that foul call. And to be fair to them, the whistle did come in late. So Cedric Tomes will go to the free throw line. A ref's talking to Mac Molesky. Parents are beside themselves with that foul call. And it did look like he was straight up and down, but they said he got him with the body, and Cedric Tomes calmly buries that first free throw. Tomes, one dribble, 10 for 10 from the charity stripe now for Cedric Tomes, 34 for the game. 75-71, a 4-point lead now for the Raptors with 1:40 to go. Molesky tries to feed in the middle. It's a bad pass. Hands in the passing lane, deflected. And now Tomes will get it back near the timeline. Watched by Gudayu. Probes into the lane. Gudayu strips him from behind. Up ahead for Aiden Gale. And that time, Frent challenges him and commits the personal. Third on him. That'll send Leo Aiden-Giel, the 6'3 senior, to the free throw line. First free throws of the game for Aiden-Giel. The lefty eyes it and misses off the front iron. Did a nice job of getting to the rim, kind of shielding his body. But how about Gudayu stripping Tomes from behind as he drove by him? That one is good for Aiden Giel. 75-72. Still a one-possession game as we reach the 1 minute mark in overtime. Tomes rejects the screen. Watched by Godiah with a minute left. 15 on the shot clock. Frent sets a screen. Tomes continues to dribble around the perimeter. Martin probes into the lane. Bounce pass for Frent. Blocked initially, but he stays with it for the stick back. And it's back to a 5-point lead with 40 seconds left. Matchup zone deep three for Esias is no good. Molesky saves it. Gets it back in, and an immediate 20-second timeout taken by head coach Isaiah Walford and the Wolfpack. The shot's just not falling in the second half for Park of Cottage Grove. 31.2 left in the overtime. Park basketball, they trail it by 5. While we have a moment, would again like to shout out our sponsors, Shutter Shenanigans, Summit Orthopedics, and True Stone Financial for their wonderful support of the Fox 9 Game of the Week. (77-72). Eastridge leads it at home after having come back from 5 down late to force overtime. 34 from Cedric Tomes in this game. Anthony Godiah will inbound it from right in front of his own bench. They got to get a quick shot, a little 2-for-1 here, and then try to extend the game. Back to Godiah, long three off the front iron. Frent skies for the rebound, and he and Molesky get tangled up. We'll walk down to the other end for free throws. Molesky with his second. Kyle Frent has lived at the line here in the second half. 4 for 8. So he'll shoot 2 as they're in the double bonus. Just about 25 seconds left. And Frent with the best looking free throw he's shot today. All of his free throws have come in the second half. He's got 16. A double-double for the Raptors big man. Short on that one, continuing his 1-for-2 pattern. 78-72, Godiah hands for Esias. Deep three is no good. Tomes grabs the rebound. They'll have to follow him. They do. And Molesky goes over to help him out. So Cedric Tomes will try to add to his total. Mr. Esias commits the foul. And these would essentially put the game away if it's not already decided. Tomes about to attempt his 12th free throw of the game. (12 for 12 for a game-high 36. Block shot on the other end by Martin. Esias can't save it, and that'll do it. 8.4 seconds left. You have to imagine Park won't foul. We went to overtime at 69 apiece, and then Eastridge dominated the overtime, led by Cedric Tomes and his game-high 36 points, 20 in the second half and overtime. Park of Cottage Grove falls to 4-5 on the season and 1-3 in East Suburban Conference play. Eastridge improves to 6-4. And 3-1 in East Suburban Conference play. So that'll do it for us from the Raptors Nest in Woodbury. For producer, director, cameraman Curtis Gillen, I'm Bill Hupp. saying goodnight from Woodbury, where again the final in overtime. Eastridge downs Park of Cottage. Welcome to Eastridge High School in Woodbury, as tonight we have a Suburban East Conference battle for you here on the Fox 9 Game of the Week, as the Park of Cottage Grove Wolfpack come in with a record of 4-4, 1-2 in conference play. Visit the Eastridge Raptors, 5-4 record, 2-1 in East Suburban Conference play. I'm Bill Hutt. We'll have starting lineups and opening tip for you coming up shortly from Woodbury. It's Eastridge and Park of Cottage Grove in the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Nothing livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Back here at Eastridge High School in Woodbury, ahead of Park of Cottage Grove and Eastridge here on Fox9.com and the Fox 9 YouTube channel. And we'll give you starting lineups in a moment, right after the national anthem.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Nothing livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
High School, led by head coach Mr. Isaiah Walford. For the Wolfpack, a senior guard, 6'2".
Back here in Woodbury, ahead of Park of Cottage Grove and Eastridge here on the Fox 9 Game of the Week. And here are the starting lineups for both teams. For Park of Cottage Grove, they'll start a senior 6'2" guard, Misker Isaias. At another guard, one of the captains, 6'1" senior Mac Mollusky.
Senior forward, 6'3", number 24 is
Leo Iden-Giel, a 6'3" senior forward. Aaron Sandin, a 6'2" junior forward. And a 6' senior guard, Anthony Gadayu.
Each team member will now be introduced.
For Eastridge, meanwhile, they will start 5'11" senior guard James Martin. Cedric Tomes is back in the lineup, averaging 30 points a game. He's a 6'1" junior guard. There should be some colleges on hand tonight to watch him play. Meanwhile, they will start Kyle Frent, a 6'5" senior forward, wearing number 20. Graham Sine, a 6'8" junior forward. Talented junior class for this Raptors team. And finally, Elijah Omar Twagasalo Wilkes, a 6'2" senior, will be the other starting guard. Eastridge doing what they traditionally do, which was introduce their youth program, much like the hockey.
Jersey 35 is William Moyler. And number 42
As we are going to take another quick timeout. When we come back, we will have the opening tip for you from Woodbury. This is the Fox 9 Game of the Week.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Nothing livens up a party like a Shutter Shenanigans photo booth. With a huge selection of fun props, backdrops, and interactive features, Shutter Shenanigans is always the life of the party. Whether it's a promotional event for your business, an office party, wedding, or anything else, your guests will love the unique photo souvenirs produced by Shutter Shenanigans. They have customizable options for whatever size party or event you're hosting. So bring the fun to your next party or event with Shutter Shenanigans. Visit ShutterShenanigans.com to learn more today.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
assisted by Justin Lorraine, Tarek Tomes, and Matt Nelson. Your officials for tonight's competition.
And the starting lineups have been introduced here at Eastridge High School. Raptors will be wearing the home black uniforms with the gold lettering, numerals, and trim. Park of Cottage Grove in the visiting whites with the dark green and silver trim, dark green letters and numerals. Should be a good matchup between these two teams. Eastridge coming off a fantastic road win without Cedric Tomes, coming back from 10 down in the second half to defeat Edina 68-66. They win the opening tap, heading left to right as we get things going here in Woodbury. Tomes up top to Kyle Frent. Hands up top to Martin. They'll swing it around near side. Dribble drive, Tagasulo Wilkes. He gets it blocked. And Park of Cottage Grove comes back the other way. A little dipsy-do layup off the mark as Isaias couldn't get it to go. Kicked in the corner. This is Cedric Tomes.